There is an important question that we rarely stop to reflect. It is this: am I the person who I think I am? Let me take a guess at describing you based on you finding this channel and clicking this video. You are thoughtful. You are a good friend. You aim to treat people, even strangers, even the difficult ones, with respect and compassion. You care about the world. You support sustainable practices, fair trade, and local produce. You choose quality over quantity. You check the label. You avoid fast fashion, even if it means buying less or spending more. You give back when you can. You support good causes. You don't need recognition. You just want to do the right thing. Sound about right? I think many of us, especially those of us who are 45 years and older, would happily nod along to that description. I certainly would like to be described like that. But how accurate is it? To explore this, I asked ChatGPT to write statements about how people with good intentions typically fall short of that aspirational version of ourselves. Here's the list they gave me. I say I care about sustainability, but I often buy clothes online without actually checking where or how they were made. I like the idea of supporting ethical brands, but I mostly end up buying brands I know because it's so much easier. I think the brands I buy from are fairly ethical, but I haven't actually ever explored this. I care about the environment, but I book holidays without considering the carbon footprint. I feel bad about climate change, but I don't bring it up with friends because I think it would be awkward. I aim to help others without needing recognition, but I feel a sting when no one notices my efforts. I support good causes, as long as they don't really inconvenience me. Did any of those sting a little? That sting is a sign. It is a sign that there's a gap between what you value and how you actually show up in everyday life. We all have that gap. The problem is in the gap. The problem is not knowing it is there, or pretending it's not there. There's an important difference between living our values and projecting them. Living our values is sometimes inconvenient. Projecting our values is easier, but the problem is that over time it erodes our sense of integrity. Why does that matter? Integrity helps us respect ourselves. It boosts our confidence and gives us a peace of mind. We know who we are. The challenge is that it is a fundamental human need to project our identity, to strive to be a respected member of our communities. This need can feel so important that people can even sacrifice other fundamental needs to achieve this. For example, someone might buy less healthy food to be able to buy a designer bag. For women of a certain age, it's usually not about the designer bag. We want to be seen as ethical and conscious consumers, but this costs and can be tedious. So sometimes we choose comfort, convenience, consensus. We choose it because we are busy, tired, and distracted. And let's be honest, we are flooded with messages telling us that we are good people just for having the right opinions. Here's the good news. This isn't about guilt, it's about awareness. Next time you hear that quiet voice inside saying, "This doesn't quite sit right with me," you know that's your integrity trying to get your attention. Don't ignore it. Because without the alignment with our values, we drift. We perform instead of connect. We look ethical rather than live ethically. We confuse our aesthetic with our integrity. Once you see the gap, you have a choice. You can start making tiny shifts toward what you actually believe. The steps can feel a bit uncomfortable at first, but also empowering. It is a very satisfying feeling to do what we know is right. Here's a simple thing you could try. Use ChatGPT or a journal. Write a description of the kind of a person you want to be. Or you could start by one area, such as what kind of a friend or what kind of consumer you want to be. Then list things what you do regularly. Be totally honest. Reflect on the gaps. That's where the change starts. Not from shame, but from clarity. A polished self-image may win you admiration, but a life of integrity, that's where peace lives. This week, pick one area of your life, your spending, your friendships, your time, and take one step closer to the person you want to be. Not for appearances, not for applause, but for the quiet strength of knowing this is the real you.